itself, not a done deal. The brain is very, very pliable, and we do that by learning something new, staying curious, learning a new way of doing things, and studying new things. Language is a great example. Studying a language, the activation and the wiring in the brain of language involves all areas of the brain. So you get a full total boost by doing that. So I want you to think about for a second, how can I stay more flexible? How can I be more adaptable? Adaptability of the way we operate in life is one of the components of staying mentally, physically in a flexible state. So I want you to think for a second, how can I increase my adaptability? Just a moment for us to reflect inwards. So close your eyes, and just for a minute, I want you to picture your current state of life and set your intention for this question. How can I increase my adaptability? What can I do? What can I find? Let your attention bring you to one or two things that come up. How can I be more adaptable in this moment in my life? Just think about that for a minute. See if you can get something specific in your daily life. Bring this question to your real daily life. What can you find? Okay, open your eyes. If you found something, more power to you, because we are putting the light on the topic, and your inner seer, your inner intelligence is already being recruited. So trust what came up. So we are in, like I said, in the middle of our evolution of the field of vital aging, because we are beginning to understand specifically things that we can do and how they impact our body, and even ways to manipulate uh, positively some of the key elements in the aging process. Like there's this study that is happening right now, super exciting, the first of its kind, the most comprehensive study of how some of these pillars that we are telling you have a direct impact on inflammation, cancer markers, um, regeneration markers in the body, in the brain and the heart, and telomeres, which is, we'll tell you in a second about that. But this is a study that is initiated by Chopra and Tansey, and with the collaboration of many institutions throughout the United States. And it's very in-depth and it's very exciting. And one of the things that is coming up is that our genes are not just there and they influence us, but we are in the driver's seat. We are driving the ship, everybody. How the genes are going to express, what is going to show up from our genes. So be in the driver's seat and make sure you're commanding your ship in the right direction. So we can reverse biological markers of aging. We cannot just offset the progression to a degree, we can reverse things. So as we move along with the aging, and please, there's someone that is, you have to put yourself in mute. Okay, let me see. Here we go. Okay, there we go. So one of the things that is coming up that is mind-boggling is that the technology, and this is where the world is going. It's happening. So we can either jump on the train or be left behind. But data sensors is the new frontier. And in a matter, there's already many of them that they're not at the mass market level, but they already exist, and in a matter of 10, 15 years, it's going to change how we conduct our daily lives. Because chips of different kinds that are censoring data of all our biological systems are going to be implemented, from little chips that you put in the skin, or from different apps that come connected to our smartphone or our digital phone, and also eventually microchips that are going to be inserted right under the skin that are going to be monitoring 24/7 all kinds of things, our blood pressure, our heart rate. We can now run a whole gamut of labs, that you go to see a doctor for without even having to get your blood drawn. And so all of that data is going to be working in ourselves, and how we use the data, that's the thing. But it's going to deeply influence how we conduct our lives and how we understand the markings of our body. So that's what's coming, everybody. Telomeres, I want you to at least know the concept of telomeres. In the cell, the DNA is wrapped in structures called chromosomes. And the chromosome, imagine it a thread, imagine a shoelace that is all wrapped up, and the shoelace at the end, right, we have this kind of plastic cap that prevents the threads of the shoelace from opening and getting all messed up. So the telomeres are like these caps at the end of the chromosomes. They keep the integrity of the chromosome. If the telomere wasn't there, the chromosome will all open up, get all meshed up, and all the information and DNA will get scrambled, and it will be a disaster. We will die. So the telomeres, the integrity of the telomeres, is precisely what needs to be preserved in order for the cells to be able to divide and continue living. And what happens is that as we age, and every time the cell divides and makes a new cell, happens in our body, the telomeres, each time they shorten a little bit, until they become dysfunctional, and then the cell dies. So the integrity of the telomere is a direct correlate with the aging process of the cells. Anything that will extend the length of the telomeres is going to reverse or slow down aging. And anything that will accelerate the breaking down of the telomeres, the shortening of them, is going to prone the cell and the organ to be ill and die sooner. And with the 8 pillars, and this study that we are talking about, self-directed biological transformation is the name of the study, is an initiative. It's directly having an impact on telomere length. So this is very exciting. Okay, this is what I wanted to know simply in terms of what are the markers in our body that tell us how am I doing with my vitality, or opposite, my aging. How much oxidative stress we have. So the whole universe of what's an antioxidant, and we've discussed this in other classes, but keep it in mind, we always want to be offsetting oxidation in our body. Stress oxidates. Wear and tear of normally oxidates. So we're always trying to offset that, and we can internally generate more antioxidant markers in our body, and we can also supplement with the right foods and supplements that are antioxidants. So we always want to have plenty of that. And telomere integrity, which we just discussed. And lastly, the inflammation levels. How much inflammation we have in our system is more and more the number one reference for aging or anti-aging, because inflammation ages. And how can we decrease inflammation in the body is number one, ladies and gentlemen. So keep that in mind. Those are your three things to know about. Um, so Aaron will go through this, our mindset, our mood, right? Be positive, appreciate, have friendships, have connections, feel connected. That definitely influences all the markers. Um, Practices for inner silence and meditation is one of the keys for the aging with vitality. It has an impact on the telomeres. It shifts the blood markers from inflammatory markers to anti-inflammatory markers. Plenty of very exciting studies. They do it through meditation. We in Being Energy come into it from the description of an inner silence state, which is in functional ways the same thing. Very important. Self-image. Erase the word bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. This is boring. I feel bored. That ages you. Just take it out of the vocabulary. We want to be adaptable. There's always new things that we can do. There's never, never, ever a need to be bored. It's just a mental blockage. It's me saying, I don't want to play in life. I don't feel good with myself, and I don't want to play. That means I'm bored. But if you want to play, there's plenty to play with. Okay? We are travelers. Be a traveler. Explore the world. That will keep you young. All right, so shamanistic view, as many of you know deeply, is the enemy of age. There's different enemies in the path to knowledge. There's this fear and there's power, but age, the last one, is the only one that we cannot conquer. We can slow it down, or we can have a say in how we go through it. That's our ticket, our level of connectivity and vitality through the age. Okay. All right. So I want to go through some things of food and supplements for you to take with you. Another of our pillars. See, when you see three, because I'm referring back to the initial 8 keys that we have to always, like I said, print them, have them on your fridge, on your desk, and check in through them. So eat well, and with food is, needless to say, hugely important. The impact it has. The food is not. We have to think of food. The new way of thinking of food is, on the one hand, the food has a particular nutritional value, right?